Welcome back to episode 27 of Off the Wall podcast. I'm your host, Bobby, joined by Matt and Melo. What's going on, boys?
Baseball's in full swing.
Yes, sir.
Phillies, I would say in their stride, but I mean they lost the Padres today, so
Yeah. But you did get a win against the Dodgers in LA last
Not
more
just
weekend.
the
than one.
win.
More than one.
A series win. A series win.
Oh yeah.
3 out of 4. So close to the sweep. But that was the Gavin
Yeah.
Lux walk-off, right?
Yes, it was.
Yep. So close to the sweep.
I'm sure we'll hear more about that later though, right, Melo?
Yes.
Yeah, because that was embarrassing. It really was. Obviously,
Wow.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No disrespect to the Phillies. I know what kind of lineup they have. They have some good players, but it was like we couldn't split at least. I'm not saying the Phillies are horrible. I love the Phillies. They're fun to watch, but I just expected more. I guess that's all. That's all.
You did. Because when we were discussing the bet, you were like talking about if the Phillies do better than a split or better. And we're like, there's no way that the Phillies are
Yeah,
going to split
which
this
Matt had
series.
the opportunity to take it, and he said no.
Yeah.
I did, and I'll admit I did not have faith in my Phillies to
Re-
at least do better and prove me wrong. So
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah. They were listening. They used Matt's doubt as motivation.
They did.
Yeah,
Harper heard it from me.
I was there Saturday night, and I was there for all, but you
Yeah.
get, you know what I'm getting at here. But I went into the locker room. I was like, "Let's fucking go, boys! Get fired up!" No, just gotta do that. They would have kicked me out.
Imagine. Yeah. So today, got a packed episode. We haven't recorded in a while, so we still need to talk about the Reds no-hitter, but they lose the game in classic 2022 Red style. Albert Pujols took the mound, which was pretty crazy. We'll get into Phillies Dodgers, I guess, a little more if we want to. Steve Aoki's first pitch, which was absolutely
Jesus.
ridiculous. There are rumors about Juan Soto getting traded this season, which I personally don't think will happen this season, but we'll get into that. Max Scherzer out 6 to 8 weeks with an oblique injury. Marcus Semien just doesn't know how to play baseball after collecting a huge contract. And maybe some Bryce Harper if he ever returns to the outfield, what that means for the Phillies. And yeah, that's really it. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. Where do you guys want to start? I say let's knock out Scherzer right away because this news just came out today on Thursday. And it's a huge blow for the Mets. Since DeGrom has been out all season and who knows when he's coming back. Now Scherzer's going to be out for 2 months with an oblique injury.
Yeah, it's a really tough break for them. Like, this is more than a tough break. This is pretty devastating. You went out and got your guy in free agency, and he's been shoving so far this year, and now he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, that's 2 months there, and you're already into June, July or August, sometime around there.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
gonna
like the
be
All-Star break trade deadline thing.
yeah.
So what does that mean for the other teams in the NL East now? Matt?
Well, okay, I'll talk. It's my division. Phillies, they're still 6 games back. I guess it's 7 now. If the Mets win today, it'll be 7. 6.5 then. So, but anyway, the Phillies 6 games back. They need to capitalize on this. As long as the Mets other pieces in the rotation can't pick it up, which I'm not saying they can't. And even if the Mets offense, they've got a pretty decent squad offensive wise that hasn't been, it's not like the pitching's been carrying them this year by any means. The offense has been pulling its fair share. So it's not that the Mets are going to be hopeless, but that or maybe even twice a week, if you can get him twice a week, start from Max Scherzer, go into somebody obviously not of his tier. It's definitely going to add a couple extra losses to the Mets.
Hello?
Let me say this. Thank you, Dodgers, for not signing this guy last offseason. Thank you for not wasting your time and giving him a contract. I appreciate it. We should have seen. Nobody should be surprised, not just because of the shortened spring training, but because Scherzer has seemed like he's been dealing with stuff the last year and a half, 2 years. So thank you, Dodgers, for not doing that. And what this means for the rest of the NL East teams. I mean, first of all, these teams got to get above 500. So let's start there.
Okay.
The Mets have a decent lead right now, like Matt just said, in the division. So it's definitely concerning because, like you guys just said, they went out and spent all this money, but every team's dealing with injuries. So let's see how the Mets handle this.
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, they paid whatever they paid for a 37-year-old pitcher who it was last year he had the dead arm, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the
So,
playoffs.
yeah, 37-year-old pitcher. Even though it is Max Scherzer and he's Mad Max for a reason, we all know the type of player and person he is. He will go out there and literally pitch until he's injured, like it seems. Like he just gives it his all the time. But you had to see this coming. He's 37 years old. He can't be doing this forever. He can't be Mad Max forever. So this is going to kill the Mets, and other guys need to step up because the front of the rotation was supposed to be Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer are supposed to lead this team. And although they are in first place, like we said, it's still early. And now they're not going to have both of these guys for the first 3 months of the season together, at least.
Both of these guys couldn't even make it to Memorial Day.
Yeah.
This Max Scherzer's at 2,500 plus career innings right now. I mean, that makes my arm hurt just thinking about it. I mean, sure, he's a professional athlete, but 37 years old, and this dude's out there throwing 90s. And, obviously, Father Time's going to catch up to you at some point. And he's been relatively healthy most of his career.
Definitely.
So I don't think it's an injury thing. I think it's just age
Catching up to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's facing reality, basically.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see, especially with McGill just went down too. He shouldn't be out for too long, but it's just, I don't know. The Mets, Pete Alonso had a walk-off homer today. So that helped obviously the Mets with staying alive and stuff. But offense just needs to step up and other pitching just needs to step up, and hopefully they stay afloat until their aces come back.
Yep. Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, and kudos to Scherzer for not trying to be a hero last night and pitch through it.
Yeah.
Thanks. He went like this. He's like, I can't do this anymore. Props to him. I'm sure there's many other pitchers that would have tried to continue to pitch and just made it worse for themselves. But I mean, like I said, Scherzer, he's been here for a long time, so he knows when something's not right. So.
Yeah. Or on the other side of that too, when Max Scherzer is saying, "No, I gotta get," the face he made, he was like, "No, I gotta get out." When Max Scherzer's doing that, he's hurt. He's hurt. So tough blow for the Mets fans.
We'll send him a card. Get well soon.
Yes, we will. All right. What do we want to get into next? Let's go all the way back now to last weekend, I guess this was. We got to talk about the Reds. The Reds no-hitter, but they lost the game. The Reds pitchers combined to throw 8 no-hit innings, and then the Pirates won the game. Pirates were the first team to win a game without a hit since Melo's Dodgers in 2008. Do you have any recollection of that?
Of course I do. It's against the Angels, I believe, right?
Yes.
No?
Yeah, Jared Weaver was one of the pitchers, I believe.
I think we had his brother too. I think we had his brother on that team at one point.
Really?
I know, yeah. because both pitchers were, one of them was with the Angels and the other
Yeah.
was with the Dodgers. I'm not joking.
No,
Yeah,
but yeah.
but I
So-
do remember that.
So the Pirates, this is just a horrible. Imagine going to that game and
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, seeing the Reds run in, no hits, and it's not like the Reds even scored runs, obviously, because they lost. But like, if you see a no hitter, obviously no hitter's fun to see. But if you see at least a no hitter on one side, you want to see some offense on the other side. But no, absolutely nothing. Terrible.
yeah, it was. I don't even know what to say. Well, first of all, it's the Reds and Pirates. I don't know what we expected more. I don't
That was
know
the game.
why you
That was the
expected
game of the
more.
week. I don't know you guys. That was a must-see game of the week.
I don't know why you would expect anything more from the Pirates and the Reds, the 2022 Cincinnati Reds, than a 1-0 game and the winning team has no hits. But shout out to Hunter Green though of the Cincinnati Reds. Rookie pitcher, obviously. He's had some struggles, but we all know he has nasty stuff. 7 1/3, 9 strikeouts, 118 pitches. He kind of lost it at the end. So that's why they took him out. But great performance by him. That was kind of getting hidden throughout the headlines, obviously. But
This is the second time this season where Hunter Green has had like a great pitching performance,
yeah,
and it's been wasted by something like this. Because opening weekend out here in LA Saturday night, Hunter Green had struck out like I think more than 10 Dodger batters, and he was blowing everybody away, and everybody was like, "Wow, this is amazing." But then they lost the game like 4-0, so it didn't mean anything.
yeah. Yeah, was that his was that when
That
he
was
had
his debut, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Where he had like so many pitches over 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
or whatever it was. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. But yeah, he obviously very talented. He was throwing his slider a lot in this previous start too. Maybe that's what's working for him. But you're since 2022 Cincinnati Reds. I don't know what else to say about them at this point. Every week it's something new with them, it seems.
Lovable losers.
Yes.
And they did it in front of a sellout crowd in PNC Park in Pittsburgh.
They are, however, 7-3 in their last 10 games. So we did talk about this horrible performance, but I will give them credit. They've won 7 out of their last 10 games for 11 wins on the season. So double-digit wins. Congratulations to the Reds.
So road to 100.
Yes.
Hang in there, guys.
And then another amazing moment from this past week. Albert Pujols takes a mound.
That was fun. That was fun to watch.
Albert Pujols takes the mound. The Cardinals were blowing out who was it?
Giants.
It was the Giants?
Those are the Giants.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're blowing out the Giants. And Pujols said after they're asking someone to pitch, and he was like, I'll pitch. So then he went in to pitch the ninth inning. He pitched an inning, gave up 4 earned runs, 2 home runs. But I mean, who cares at that point? It's Albert Pujols.
Not a Hall of Famer. Not a Hall of Fame pitcher.
I mean, it's awesome though, just to think like this dude out here, 500 plus career home runs, and he just goes out. I think I'll pitch today, and I mean, it's great because they're in a position where obviously they're winning. They're like, sure, why not? Go ahead, Albert. And he comes in, gives BP to a couple batters, gives up two dongs, and it don't really matter because they won anyway. So
yeah. And it's Albert Pujols. Like, imagine going up to the plate, like being a young player or whatever, and hitting against the best player of our generation, of his generation. He's like, yeah, I never played with Pujols, but I got a hit off. Or wasn't there a pitcher who got a home run off him too? Or like one of the home runs was a pitcher or something crazy like that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but it was just a very cool moment. And also that game, they won 15-6. Wainwright pitched 6 innings. He pitched a great game. Pujols ended up going 2 for 3, and Yachty went 2 for 3 that game. So it's just like a very
Man.
cool like
So-
Cardinals. Yeah.
Throwback red right there.
Yeah. It was
I
just
was I was asleep. I was asleep.
you missed it.
I missed it live. I was watching the game and then I fell asleep.
Man.
That was bad on my part.
Now
I have
with
to
the-
be better.
Yeah, you do. But for Cardinals fans, that's definitely going to be one of those games that they look back on from this year. Their farewell season. Like this has to be one of the most fun games this year. Whatever happens with the Cardinals this year. So shout out the Cardinals.
Yachty's got to pitch too now.
Yes.
He's got to pitch at least once.
That would be so funny. That would be
This
awesome.
is the ideal thing. Wainwright goes 7. Pujols gets 1, and then Yachty gets 1.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Score a bunch of runs, and we'll see it happen.
I was gonna say you need a pretty big lead if 4 earned runs. I mean, who knows what Yachty could do? You're gonna need a big lead to be able to put both of those guys in.
Yeah.
Hopefully that offense pulls through so we could see that sometime this year. All right.
Yeah.
So next up, do you guys have anything more to say about the Phillies Dodgers series other than it was an embarrassment for you, Melo?
Okay. I mean, that's just rude. Come on. How is that embarrassing?
He
Phillies
said,
aren't that bad.
he said, well, you say Melo did say in the beginning that it was embarrassing. Oh, well, hold on. We don't have to talk about the Phillies Dodgers series. You did do something cool that series.
I got credentials Saturday
Yes, you did.
for Saturday's game.
Talk about that.
It was very fun. I was more comfortable this time. Did I say hi to anybody? To any of the other people? No. But I was very more comfortable. Bellinger got in the way of my damn video. Shout out to him. He was very excited to see me again. So I was very happy. I said hi to Justin Turner. That was awesome again. And I got a quick story. So Saturday night, game was over. Phillies win. Who cares?
Well, no, actually, what was the
everybody's
score
out
of
of
that game? I'm not even.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Hang on, let me look that up.
Was that the game Harper homered?
Yes, he hit it like to the back of the bullpen.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody in the press box was like, "Holy shit!"
6.
It's like, yeah. No,
What was
it was more than that, I think.
8-2.
Okay, don't rub it in.
12-2? 22?
Damn it! Hang on. Okay,
got it.
Dodgers.com. Here we go.
8-3.
8-3.
8-3. Okay.
Okay.
So the game's over. Saturday, Dodgers lose 8-3 the Phillies. Who cares? Everybody's out of the building already.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. So then I go down. I went down to the press room because Julio Urias was gonna talk, and so was Dave Roberts. So I walk down. I take the stairs down because forget the elevator. It's just gonna be packed. I went down the wrong way, so I had to go through a whole bunch of people just to get down there. So I was bumping into everybody. I was like pushing and shoving, like, oh, my bad. I was saying my bad like every 5 seconds. And then I finally get down to the bottom. I see one of the other media guys who took like the private stairs down. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I wish I would have known that. So then I get down to the media room. The security guy right there checks my credentials. I'm about ready to open the door. And I hear somebody walking from the clubhouse. Like they're gone. They didn't play that day, so they get out of there immediately. We make eye contact with each other, and I say hello. He said, "How are you?" And I said, "Good. How are you?" That player was Clayton Kershaw.
No way.
Wow.
And I lost my shit. I had to stay professional though, because I had to go into a room with the other media members, but my heart was pounding. I was on the verge of tears. I was speechless. I wasn't going to ask a question anyways, but the whole time I was in there, I was like, holy shit, I just said hi to Clayton Kershaw, my hero, my idol.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay,
And
so I don't know. Continue.
I don't have anything to document it. I don't have a picture. I don't have a video.
Okay.
But oh my God, that was I turned it. I was. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was gay for like 10 seconds.
All right, hold on. That just kind of just threw me off. I was just about to ask a question. And now, okay, no. So if you obviously that caught you way off guard. If you were prepared, what question would you ask? If you, not even like a question or anything. If like you run into him again and have more than because you were alone, right? In the
I
hallway?
was alone by myself. I was just opening the door,
Yeah.
and Kershaw was coming this way to leave.
Okay. So if that happens again, what would you say to him?
Clayton Kershaw, I love you. Clayton Kershaw, you're so good.
Stop.
You pitch so well.
Stop.
Um,
You wouldn't would you be obviously so that's your first encounters
probably.
out of the way. Now you have
Yeah,
no excuse.
yeah.
Next
We're
time this
friends.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's
And Kershaw and I are friends now too. We're basically friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you saying the next time you see Clayton Kershaw?
Well, I don't expect him to remember me, obviously. So,
Yes.
but I'll be nice and say, "Oh, hello, Mr. Kershaw. How are you today?"
And
Just
then I
keep
say
it
you
short and
introduce
sweet.
yourself.
I would, but it's like, yeah, if I ever get in that situation again where I have him standing right in front of me and not just walking past me,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'd introduce myself. But if I know he's trying to get somewhere, I'll just say hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
If you could ask Clayton Kershaw one question, what would it
Are you hurt right now? Anything bothering you?
be?
Please, I need to know.
Need
No,
me
I'm
to
just kidding.
massage anything for you?
Yes, you need me to carry your bags, take care of your children. I'll do that. No. If I had one question, um, if I had one question to ask him, does that Game 5 2017 World Series game still bother you?
Wow.
Mm.
Does that bother you still?
That's a tough question to ask there, but
I mean, I think we'd have to be very close for me to ask that type of question.
Yes. That's definitely. I would say so.
I don't know. Okay, then less serious. Favorite pitch, favorite game you've ever thrown. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the no hitter. Maybe it's something else.
Yeah.
I don't know, some for postseason game, World Series game.
I mean, it could be just a random game like in May. You know, my stuff was on. I pitched very well. You never know.
Yeah.
Could you sign my ball, please? Could you sign my jersey?
All right. Yeah. So, do you guys even want to talk about that series? Mel
I
or
met the.
Matt, hold on.
I met.
Matt, we're gonna give it to you because you took
Yeah.
your Phillies took down 3 out of 4. Took 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers.
Yes, they did. Obviously, if you listen to the last episode or the beginning of this one, you heard me say I was not looking for that to happen. Because I'll admit it, I was not. The offense was on, and everybody knew if the offense was going to be on this year, Philly's got a pretty good chance of winning most of these games. If they can put up 5+ runs every game, they got a pretty good chance of winning every game. And it clicked. The offense clicked. Bryce Harper clicked. Hoskins clicked. Nick Castellanos. I mean, I don't think he hit any home runs. I'm not sure, but I know he had some RBIs in the series. And the pitching was good enough. It doesn't have to be great, but sure, you can give up 2 or 3, 4, maybe 4 runs, but it don't matter as long as the Phillies are able to score, 5+. So I feel good about it.
Yes, Mello.
If I could defend myself, yeah, thanks. I had to raise my hand. This is class again. If I could defend myself a little bit here, the Phillies easily could have lost 3 out of 4 because they lost. Dodgers lost one game in the ninth inning because Dave Roberts just didn't bring in Kimbrel for God. I don't know why. I should have asked him that. And then Friday night they lose in extras, and then they could have easily lost 3 out of 4. Then they won on Sunday.
I mean, Phillies could have won 4 out of 4 though. To be fair.
Yeah.
To be
I was gonna let you
fair.
say. I was gonna let you say that.
I mean, it had to be said because I mean, sure, Gavin Lux with the walk off, but still, I mean, when it's that close, obviously Phillies could have got that 4th one, got that sweep. That would have felt good to bring up on the podcast. Phillies
Yeah, it would've.
sweep the Dodgers in a 4-game set. I'll
At
take
Dodger
3 out
Stadium.
at Dodger Stadium. Let's not get greedy though, Matt. I'll take 3 out of 4.
Yeah, be happy. Settle with the 3 out of 4. I
Hey,
think
you wanna do it? You got tomorrow, this weekend to try again.
Matt
It's only 3 games, but
Matt will be there tomorrow,
I will be there tomorrow.
right? Matt, you got
Yeah.
tickets?
yeah. How did you get those tickets, Matt?
SeatGeek, let me tell you, folks. SeatGeek, use code ATD at checkout. $20 off your first order. ATD at SeatGeek. Go get yourself some tickets to see the Phillies sweep the Dodgers. What?
Oh boy,
Sorry.
Oh, yes, go-
damn!
That just kind of slipped out there.
I'm sure it did.
Is that what it says when we read the ad? That's what we're supposed to read out.
That's not what it said on the paper.
I guess Matt.
Oh, it's all right.
changed
Watch the Phillies throw 3 consecutive perfect games versus the Dodgers.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh,
But yeah, go sit next to Matt at the Phillies
sure.
game.
Why not? If you recognize me, if you're listening to this podcast before the game tomorrow and you
Friday
somehow-
night.
and you're at the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park, go ahead. Come say hi.
Go heckle him.
Yep. go
Bother
for it.
him.
He'll take it. He'll take it.
Oh,
If,
yeah.
Matt-
I'll
if,
defend
if
my-
we get
defend my-
recognized, I don't care. I'll get heckled. But yeah, let's get into some segments.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Same segments as last week and the week before and the week before. The 3 segments. We're gonna go red light, green light, caught napping, and
Atta Boy.
Atta Boy. Yeah, I knew. I wasn't looking down. But all right, let's start off. Which one we starting off with? Someone pick.
I mean, we've been doing red light, green light first. So
Okay, let's go
just
with
keep
that then.
rolling.
Okay. Green light. I'm gonna go first. I feel like I don't go first with this one. Green
Go
light
ahead.
with possibly, do I dare say this? The best second baseman in baseball, Jazz Chisholm.
Okay.
Wow. Hot take.
Hanson Alberto. Oh, I mean, Jazz Chisholm.
963 OPS, which is good for 3rd in the NL. Batting 304, 7 homers, 2.2 WAR so far this season, which is also good for 3rd in the National League. He had a good season last year, and I don't know if I feel like him being all like all of his swag and being cool on the field. I don't know if people really recognize how good of a player actually Jazz is. I feel like I don't know if that's accurate or not. I feel like a lot of people just see him as like this very, like he's just hyped up. I don't know if he's really hyped up because of his performance or the way he, I don't know, presents himself on the field. But he's a very good player, and I might say right now he's the best second baseman in baseball, and I'm just gonna keep rolling with that. And
Okay.
also,
Fair enough.
so green light, Jazz, I'm all in.
You like Jazz, evidently.
Like-
Sorry.
I threw that.
Um,
That was a softball for someone. I was hoping
Yeah.
someone
Oh,
was
yeah.
gonna. I was
Yeah,
hoping
yeah.
someone was gonna pick that up.
I'm gonna stick around in the NL for mine. Green light, Bert, but he's got a different color in his name. Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh my God.
What, Melo? Come on. He's been ripping it up this year. 317 average, 391 on base, and a 518 slugging. 5 homers, 23 RBIs, and a 1.5 WAR so far on the season. So he's been valuable to the Cardinals. Sort of what we expected from him when he first came over from the D-backs, but had a slow start. So
He's
Paul
been-
Goldschmidt, top 10 MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and
I'm- I-
Arenado are doing so good right now for the Cardinals, and Goldie's been
Yeah.
on fire. He's very underappreciated too, I think.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's a top. He's definitely top 10 first baseman in the game. I would
Yeah, I
say
would say 5, probably.
five's close, probably.
Yeah,
Just guessing, but
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I would say I would be comfortable with like 5, 6-ish, 7, 5, 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goldie, very underappreciated. Love that, Matt. Mello?
So I love doing teams for this,
Okay.
and I'm gonna continue with that theme this week. Green light, they're in Bobby's division, and they are currently in second place right now, which I don't even think anyone notices. Tampa Bay Rays, just they continue. Nobody watches their games. Nobody goes to those games. But people continue. They continue to win baseball games, and they continue to stay relevant in that division. That's all.
No matter who they put out there,
Yeah.
no matter who plays, they just succeed. And I think you guys slept on them though this year.
Yes, we
in
did.
the off season, right? I think you guys were like
I mean,
semi low.
I wasn't high on them for sure. I don't know if I slept on
Oh
them
yeah.
100%, but we'll see where it ends, where they finish.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the Blue Jays are a more complete team than the Rays. So
Yeah. Yeah, and the Blue Jays have been disappointing too. So we'll see. Still very early, obviously, but we'll see. Nice, Melo. Change the background.
all right. All right. Point taken. We can move on.
For those
for
not
Bob,
watching, oh yeah. For those
for
not,
Bob,
fuck.
yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
Jeez, this is tough. For those not watching on YouTube, go over watch on YouTube. Melo just changed his Zoom background to good old Tommy Lasorda.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, definitely legend. It seems like he's beating the shit out of Philly Fanatic. Oh, yep, there's another picture. Yeah, he's definitely taking care of business there. He had a nice little fight with the Philly Fanatic. He took care of him, and that's behind Melo right now. So if you're listening, come look at our beautiful face on YouTube.
I mean, come on, he's the best mascot in baseball, though.
He is.
I like Mr. Met better.
No,
I'm just kidding. No, I love the Philly Fanatic.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I love the Philly Fanatic.
Fanatic all the way.
Fanatic all the way, 100%. Now let's go to red light. Swing back to me. Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. I'm picking a New York Yankee.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
It's someone who has had a horrible start to this season, and I just don't know if I believe in him anymore. Aaron Hicks. What are you doing, dude? I like him. I do like Aaron Hicks, but he's just not doing good right now. He's batting 196 on the year. He's only had 2 extra base hits this season, a home run and a double. He has a 237 slugging percentage, batting 136 with runners in scoring position. Struck out with bases loaded today in the loss to the Orioles. And it just seems like he cannot get a hit with runners on base or in general. I will give it to him. He does have a 342 on base, which is great compared to his average, but it's just something needs to change. He just needs to do better, or they can't have that bat in the lineup for much longer.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So I think I might be I don't know if too many Yankee fans are even high on him right now, or I don't think any Yankee fan is high on him right now. But I'm starting not to believe in Aaron Hicks this year. So we'll see.
It's rough.
Yes.
All right, my red light. We're gonna go the whole way out to the other coast.
Leave us alone.
No, not your division. No. AL West on the A's, catcher Sean Murphy. Kind of been off to a pretty rough start to the year. 189 average Under 200. Yeah. 268 on base percentage. So not much better there, really. And then an abysmal 371 slugging. And he's got a negative WAR. So 0.1 in the hole there. I mean, he's a solid defensive catcher. He's a good defensive catcher. You got to give that to him. But the offense, like, I'm not sure why, but it's just not there for him this year.
And usually he's not great offensively, but he's not even doing enough to be acceptable.
Exactly. Like, usually he's at least, I would say your average catcher offense. Like,
Yeah.
nothing insane, but
Yeah.
he's definitely usable, especially because of his defense. And this year, like, defense is carrying him for sure this year.
Yeah. Melo, red light.
Okay, red light. I'm gonna stay. Let's go back up. Let's go back to Bobby's division. You guys just that was my red light. They're in third place, the Toronto Blue Jays. What the hell? Lot of people, including some of you in here, had them coming out of the American League.
End up, that's on me.
What the hell? Come on, Toronto. Currently 8 games back in first place. I mean, in all fairness, the Yankees have been playing out of their minds the last couple weeks. But I just expected more out of Toronto.
So
they're my red light for this week.
Do you think they will turn it around? Will they turn it around? And when?
I think division is out of the question. I think they're a wild card team.
Wow.
I'll go that far and say it. I think division's out of the, even though it's May 19th, and I could be dead wrong. They're out of the division race.
That's tough.
We'll see.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're a team that could be on like a 15-game win streak and be right back in it. They're just cold right now.
Okay, so I'm going to try and back up Melo here, even though I might not completely agree. But
That's
right now, it is given a month and a half into the season. They don't look great at all. Like, there hasn't been a time this season that they're like, oh, okay, this is the team that's going to win the AL East. This is a team that me and Matt said are going to go to the World Series. I think, right, Matt? It was me and you. Yes.
Yeah, Melo
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Sox.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, we're about 40-ish games into the season, but there hasn't been a time yet where I'm like scared of the Blue Jays. And as of right, like strictly talking 2022, we know what they're capable of, but there's been a lot of teams like that where we've like in past seasons too, where they just underperform the whole season. We're waiting for them to turn it on and they don't, or teams surprise us that aren't supposed to be good and they're good. So who knows? I mean, I do think they'll turn it around, and I still probably would say that they'll be competing for the division. I had them winning the division, but I don't know. Like, the Yankees are just playing unbelievable right now. And I mean, they can't keep up this pace. But I don't know. As of right now, the Blue Jays are not scary.
Expectations set too high?
Yes. I think so.
Maybe. I
I
mean,
mean, the Blue Jays kind of did that to themselves. You know, with Vladdy saying this is now the movie after saying this was the trailer last year. So I think they got to take a little heat for that.
Yeah.
giving off Padres. What year was that?
Last
they're
year.
supposed to be good. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Okay, and the Mets last year too.
Yeah. But
Kinda
I
giving
think
off
the Padres are a great comparison because it's like the star-studded Tatis is Vladdy's obviously the face of the Blue Jays, and he's like this young star surrounded by other young stars. Could we see a little regression from the Blue Jays, or not even just not living up to expectations? We've seen it so far, and I'm not scared of the Blue Jays right now, but that could very well change. I'm not going to say it's not going to change because that team's very good. They have the capability of being very good. How about that?
Yeah.
They have a 3-game set against the Reds this weekend
So they should
There you
take
go.
3 out of 3.
at home.
It's a little soft toss to pick you up. I mean, come on, hit them out of the park here, Blue Jays. Let's go.
So yeah. All right, let's go next segment. Are we doing Attaboy or caught napping? What's
Atta
next?
Boy.
Atta
Come on.
boy.
We were down on the red lights, so
Let's pick it back up. All right, who wants to go Attaboy? Anyone excited about their pick? Melo, go for it.
I'll go first because I was there all last weekend. Atta
here we
boy,
go.
Bryce Harper.
Oh,
Atta boy,
Yes.
Bryce Harper. Big weekend at Dodger Stadium.
Oh yeah.
He in the last week, just had it right here. The hell did he go? Oh yeah, there he is. He batted .667.
pretty good.
He had 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. I know Matt is nutting in his pants right now.
Oh yeah.
Very happy to hear that. So, attaboy Bryce Harper. Got to see it live in person. Just another reminder how he's one of the best players in the game right now.
With the torn UCL.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and against the Dodgers, this really good pitching staff rotation.
Yeah, just a
everything.
pushover team. I mean, he took advantage.
Wow. Now,
Why are
trying to
we?
give Bryce
Is
as
this?
much credit as possible?
No, but no, that is very impressive because that was a 4-game set
Yeah.
and he did it all weekend.
Yeah, and he didn't just get hot like the last 2 days. He was hot all weekend.
Mhm. Yeah. And
All
then
right.
he traded a hat with some kid today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
He
that was
like-
Matt. They traded it with Matt.
Matt, what would you have done if you were in that kid's situation and Bryce
Oh,
Harper
man.
said to you, "Hey, I like that Phillies hat. Could I have it? I'll give you my hat."
Absolutely. I would have had to at least video or something like a selfie cam, get a friend to catch that because nobody's gonna believe you if you say that. So that's got to be on video somewhere, and then absolutely maybe ask him to sign it or
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. I don't
I-
know why he didn't ask him to sign.
I think he did sign. I thought I saw somewhere. I thought I saw a picture of the kid post a
Okay.
picture of it. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I
But
mean, and even in this case, I'd just be like, "Hey, Bryce, we post a lot of cool stuff on Instagram. Check us out. Drop a follow around the
Imagine.
diamond." There we go. That would be awesome. But anyway, enough
Mr.
about Bryce, I guess.
Okay.
we love
Mr.
Bryce
Harper, yes, I'll trade my hat with you.
I
Yes.
love you, Bryce.
Yes. You're my hero.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
He
I don't know
better
what-
play tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
He
no,
was out today, but I think he'll play.
Oh yeah,
I got
no.
to watch. I got to watch him take ground balls on Saturday when I got the credentials. That was fun to see.
You should have said to him. You should have been like, "Hey,
You suck.
Be careful with your elbow, please, Bryce."
Yeah, and then Scott Boras was there. I wanted to tell him, that Bryce Harper contract was very bad. I don't know why you give that to him.
At least me and Bryce Harper have the same injury, torn UCL right now, so that's good. We share
You guys,
that.
you should go to his doctor.
Yeah. I have the money for that. So
Yeah, I'm sure you have the money and the time to do that. Good
But
guy
yeah.
though. I did see Bryce Harper. Just one last thing. I did see him sign a bunch of baseballs for kids. So good kudos to Bryce Harper. Attaboy.
Great guy.
Yes.
MVP back to back. What? Who said
Oh,
that?
oh,
Who
wow.
said that?
See it. Let's see it.
Yeah, when the Phillies win 80 games again this year,
All
we'll
right,
give
all
him the
right,
pity
all right.
MVP
He's
award
still winning.
again.
All right, let's continue on. All right, Matt, who's your attaboy?
So Bobby probably won't like this one. Just typical Boston hate from Bobby, obviously. Nick Pivetta of the Red Sox. He had 2 dominant starts, 16 innings pitched. Both of them he got the win in. He only gave up a combined 5 hits through those 2 games. Only 2 earned runs. One was the opening home run to Jose Altuve the other day, and struck out 12 through that stretch. So, former Philly Nick Pivetta, attaboy.
Shout out Nick Pivetta. All right, so
We're 2 for 2 on Phillies so far.
Yeah, what
People
is
type
this?
of-
What is
Come
this?
on,
The Phillies
Bobby.
podcast today? What is this?
All right.
Your Atta Boy has to have played for the Phillies.
Okay. What if I said he will in the future? What if
Uh-oh.
he's
Oh no.
after they sign Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers will be traded
Oh.
to the Philadelphia Phillies and be your third baseman. My
That
attaboy
would
of
be
the
awesome.
week is Rafael Devers. He's currently on a 12-game hitting streak, batting .458 over that span, 3 home runs, 12 extra base hits over the last 12 games. I know it's more than a week, but I mean, I have to show him love over the past 12 games. He's on fire. 11 RBIs, 3 home runs. I think I said that. But yeah, I was giving some love to the Red Sox. Rafael
Oh, yeah.
Devers.
He's on my fantasy team. Love that.
Yeah.
Even though I lost to Bobby last week, that was a nail biter.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was a close game.
It was. It was. All
I
right.
gotta start paying attention to that again. Comeback is coming. I'm calling it right now.
I'm sitting in third place right now. I'm going up against Pete. I'm winning.
I'm
Right
in
now,
6.
so.
I think I'm in
Oh,
6 or 7.
Yeah, Bobby passed me for third with the
Sorry.
head-to-head win.
Yep. All right. Let's go caught napping. Now, this is where we give a shout out to a player who isn't being appreciated enough, who isn't getting enough credit for his performance so far this season. Anyone want to go first?
Sure, why
Matt,
not?
go for it.
I got a fun one. I mean, he's a name. Everybody knows him, but I don't think he's getting the credit he deserves. Like, okay, I hyped him up a little bit too much. If you know baseball, you probably have heard his name before. He's definitely out of his prime by now. Cole Calhoun of the Texas Rangers. Over the last week, he's hitting .478, 4 homers, 9 RBIs, and 5 walks in that stretch, including a hit by pitch.
Wow.
I mean, he's kind of raking, low key raking for the
Rangers. Shout out the Rangers. Cole
Yeah.
Calhoun.
There
That's
we go.
funny. Yeah, I had a Ranger last week. I had Martin Perez last week.
There we go.
Rangers podcast. Melo, who's your caught napping?
Okay, so I'm gonna stay in Texas, but I'm gonna go to the other Texas team. Houston Astros. I know. Let's darken the mood a little bit here. I'm gonna go with Kyle Tucker. The last week he has hit .355, 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs, and even stole a base. So caught napping. I like the 2 lefties that they have, Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez. I wish I had their swings.
Of course.
So caught napping. Guys should pay attention to Kyle Tucker more.
Shout out Kyle Tucker, fantasy team.
Shout out Kyle Tucker, no batting gloves gang.
Yes.
We love those guys.
Yep. All right. My caught napping. I'd be surprised if you guys know who this guy is. Honestly. We're going to stay out west. The Oakland A's.
Nope. Don't know.
I'm surprised. I would be surprised if anyone knows who this is at this point. They have a starting pitcher by the name of Paul Blackburn. Through 7 starts this season, he's pitched 37 2/3 innings, 4-0 record, a 1.67 ERA, a .90 WHIP, and a 1.8 WAR, which is 4th among pitchers in Major League Baseball.
Wow.
Wow.
Paul Blackburn.
Yeah, shout out to Paul Blackburn. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I was not aware of Paul Blackburn, but of course I had to do some digging for caught napping. And yeah, shout out Paul Blackburn. 1.67 ERA. Averaging, I mean, not that many innings, like a little over 5-ish innings per start. But I mean, nowadays it's kind of normal. But I mean,
What team's he playing for after the trade deadline, though?
That was my next question.
I mean, Yankees looking to pick up an athletics arm. That's what I heard.
yeah.
I bet you didn't think it was Paul Blackburn when you started the season, but
Yeah, so Paul Blackburn, just hold on. I just want to dig deeper into Paul Blackburn. He is 28 years old. Like I said, he's pitched 7 games. He made his debut in 2017 with the A's.
wow.
He pitched 10 games that season. He's never pitched more than 10 games in a season. He's never appeared in more than 10 games in a season. But it's looking like it so far after 7 starts with a 1.67 ERA. Is ridiculous. That's
Paul Blackburn, Cy Young.
if Nestor Cortez didn't exist, I would be hopping on the Paul Blackburn for Cy Young train. But yeah, shout out to Paul Blackburn. Everyone needs to tune into this guy because somehow he's elite right now. It's pretty
That's
crazy. Yeah. So getting into our last couple topics of this episode, kind of the opposite of caught napping and Atta Boy. We're going to stay out west and talk about Marcus Semien.
Yeah.
So Marcus Semien this offseason signed a 7-year, $175 million deal with the Texas Rangers after his incredible year last year where he hit 40-ish home runs, broke the record for second baseman. And now it seems like he just forgot how to play baseball. I don't know what happened to him. He's batting 173, still has yet to hit a home run through 139 at-bats, 458 OPS.
Wow. Wow.
For comparison, Mike Trout has a 432 on base percentage, and he has a 458 OPS. But yeah, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on this little contract and performance of Marcus Semien?
I am a doctor, in case you didn't know, and I diagnosed Marcus Semien with secured the bag-itis. This man, I hate to do this because I hate people accuse players of not playing well after getting paid. Because, come on, I don't think that's really a thing, but you got to question it a little bit when this guy has been, top 5 MVP candidate the last 3 years, I think it was.
Yeah, multiple times. I forget exactly, but yeah, he's done it multiple times.
And now to this, I mean, I would love to chalk it up to a slump to start the year, but we're pretty far in the year to say that.
140 at-bats this season.
Yeah.
Guys in the lineup every day.
Yeah. I don't.
Rough. I guess I'll go next. A rough start for the guys who just got big contracts this past offseason.
Yeah.
Trevor Story, Marcus Semien. What the hell happened to Chris? Yeah, Corey Seager has Chris Bryant too. What the hell happened to him?
He went to Colorado and skiing.
Never heard from him again.
He's skiing in the mountains.
He's big Colorado Avalanche guy.
Yes.
Big hockey guy.
But yeah, I don't know. We got to go through all of these guys, and we should see who's the biggest contracts of the off season. See who's living close to their.
I had to say, I hate to be a homer like this, but I think Freddie Freeman so far.
Yeah,
probably.
And we're still early.
I mean, and Castellanos hasn't really been crazy.
Yeah, he hasn't been insane or anything. So probably not quite living up to the contract.
You're gonna have to take him out of the DH eventually.
No, he's been playing left field.
I know.
Well, not with. Okay, fine. This is a good transition then. We'll be done talking about Semien. It's report came out yesterday, day before, whatever it was, that Bryce Harper will not be returning into the outfield for months.
Yeah.
So I'm not watching the Phillies every day. And I know Melo isn't either. Oh, I would assume Melo isn't either. I don't know. But
You're missing out, Bobby.
how much does that hurt the Phillies to have Bryce Harper out of that outfield and having guys like Schwarber and Castellanos out there? Because you need those bats in the outfield, those bats in the lineup, I mean. So how much does that hurt the Phillies?
Well, I'll answer your question with another question. Would you want Odubel Herrera and Roman Quinn in your starting lineup every day?
No. Right. You're
Yeah.
right. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
So, I mean, obviously it sucks for the Phillies, and those guys are obviously, we all know this. We've said it 100 times on this podcast. The Phillies punted on defense completely.
Right.
And these guys are two offensive first guys, but they got to stick them out there, like Melo said. They need them on the offensive end. I'm assuming they're. I don't know who they're putting in right. I'm thinking Castellanos still in left and Schwarber in right. I think, or it could be flip flop. I don't know, to be honest with you. But then Roman Quinn and Odubel Herrera, I would guess, splitting at bats based off of the pitching matchup in the center. So, not necessarily ideal for sure. But what are you gonna do about it? We still get Bryce in the lineup, so I'm thankful for that.
Exactly. It could be a lot worse. He could just be out for months at a time. But it also, well, actually, no. I was just gonna say though, like Bryce Harper is a very good fielder too. So
Oh,
you're
definitely.
missing that in the outfield with Schwarber and Castellanos both in the outfield, where you could have Bryce kind of saving the outfield essentially. But
And you're taking away the DH to give those guys a day off from the outfield, because you want Bryce in the lineup as often as possible, obviously. And since he can't play the outfield, you got to put him at DH.
Yep.
And that's taken away off days for Castellanos and Schwarber.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess the Phillies just gotta just gotta man up and catch the ball out there.
I mean, yeah, come on, Phillies. It's not that hard.
Just
Stick
grow
your
up.
glove out.
Grow up and catch a ball.
Stick your glove out and ask Mookie Betts politely to hit it right into your glove.
Perfect.
He didn't do that much. He didn't do that this past weekend.
All right. One last topic got to get into. There were some rumors that Juan Soto could get traded this offseason or this season, which I'm not buying.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. He's like one of those players. He's too good to trade, especially at this young of age. And I think I saw 2.5 years under team control yet. And like he's getting paid nothing right now compared to what he should be getting. So teams would have to give up the whole farm.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yes. There's not a lot of teams with that much prospect capital.
Yeah. And the Nationals just wouldn't take prospects either. You would have to throw in some major league guys.
This is a generational player.
Yeah.
Like the Angels aren't going to trade away Mike Trout.
Yeah.
At this point in his career or when he's good. You can't do that.
However, the difference with those two is it seems like it's unlikely that the Nationals are going to retain Juan Soto once he gets free agency, as opposed to where Mike Trout kind of seemed more loyal to the Angels. Like it seemed like that was more of a fit than this. So
does anybody know where those why Soto seems opposed to returning, or why there's not optimism, pessimism around that?
Because I just think it's because of how they kind of let Harper go. They let Trey Turner go, Scherzer go. I mean, they did sign Strasburg, I guess, but they don't
I didn't know
really.
if it was that or their timeline of the Nationals being a franchise on the decline right now,
Yeah.
and so hitting his stride now.
It's probably a little bit of both, but it just seems like that they don't really pay. I don't see the Nationals paying $500 million, what it seems like it's gonna get the
Yeah.
Angels.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But would it be a smart move for a team to trade for Juan Soto? Not the national side, another team. Do you think?
100%. Definitely. Especially
Yes.
if you think you can have a chance to sign him. Somebody with deep pockets. Not Steve Cohen, please. Not the Mets. Please, not the Mets. Get him out of the division.
Well, what about this team?
Dodgers. Yeah.
Of course. The new evil empire.
What about that
Sign
team?
whoever they want.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, if you get some, you could take Juan Soto's glove in the outfield. It's not definitely not a gold glove, but you could take that. Take that off the Nationals' hands.
Nationals were willing to talk, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, we'll get Cody Bellinger involved. It'll be beautiful.
But yeah, it's
Ooh.
gonna be a combination of very good major league talent and like 10 top prospects or whatever. Something ridiculous. But I don't see it happening this year, maybe next year, but I don't know.
Somebody is gonna pay him though eventually.
Yeah. Yep. And I can't wait to see how much it's going to be. It's going to be very interesting. Quick one last thing, then I'm gonna wrap up. Or actually, any final thoughts that you guys want to let out?
Not really. Keep going, Phillies.
Go to Philadelphia. Go handle your business.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Shout out Aaron Judge going for that MVP and also trying to get a $500 million contract apparently. So keep doing your thing, Aaron Judge, because someone's gonna pay you $500 million after performing like this all season.
Won't be the Yankees.
No, it won't.
Won't be the Yankees.
It won't. All right. That wraps up episode 27. We'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
See ya.